And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth. Centered around real estate, credit, finance, staycations, vacations here in Tampa Bay, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, where our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone, 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894. Don't forget our number. We want you to bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. That's our website, blog site. Links to all of our expert contributors are there. Over 80 show partners now with the Quarterback Show, and we all want to help you win. We want to give you that helicopter view of the marketplace and help you. We don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We're going to help you win. This segment is brought to you by Healthy Gourmet. Big shout out to Felicia, the chef, and all organic veggies, all natural proteins delivered fresh 3 times a week. Big shout out to Healthy Gourmet. And a meal plan starting at only $90. So $90, you get 10 meals per week, and it's delivered to your home or office. Awesome opportunity there, and the food is excellent, I got to tell you. And I really enjoy that relationship. And back in studio, Mr. Kurt Lorden, Interlink Mortgage.
What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, just another day in paradise
Your
here,
suit
man.
game is on point yet again. I'm
Thanks,
digging
buddy.
the shirt. I think you should own a casino.
Appreciate that.
Consumer Quarterback Casino with that
Let's
outfit.
do
I
it.
like it. I dig it.
Let's do it, man. I'm down. I'm down for that one. It's interesting you said that. I got a story for you on that one later.
All right, cool.
Also in studio, John Markunis,
Brandon, how you
Kipton's,
doing?
the Hotel Zamora.
How you doing? Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. Talk
My
about
pleasure.
the hotel, some staycations, some opportunities for everybody to come out to the hotel on St. Pete Beach.
That's right.
Eat some good food and enjoy the beach, the docks, the kayaks, a little bit of everything.
So much to do there. The pool,
there
the
is.
hot tub, watching the games from the hot tub this past
Football
season.
from the pool, exactly.
Love it, man. Love it. Also in the house, Paul Romero, Kipton, the Hotel Zamora, the Castillo Restaurant.
Brandon, thanks so much for having us. So we're very excited to be here. Yeah, we love for everyone to come out and visit the Kipton Hotel Zamora and come see 360 Rooftop as well as the Castillo Restaurant. Have some great food and some great times.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Great time down there, and it's just a quick 30, 40-minute ride, depending on where you're at in Tampa Bay, and it's a
not bad at
great
all.
opportunity. Yeah,
It's gorgeous down there. I love it. I love
Absolutely,
it.
man.
I might move there. Can I just be a permanent resident?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Room 402.
Extended stays are welcome.
402.
There you go. That's the new residence
There
right
you
there.
go.
That's
Exactly.
not a bad idea.
No,
That's
we
not
could.
a bad idea,
We should.
actually.
Do a show there live.
We could.
That'd be great.
Been trying to get you out there on the roof.
We'd do an event. We could definitely do a big
Yeah, we
event,
could.
have some fun with it. And, we got the other side of our business as well, published author, professional speaker, and putting together events. So we really like that idea. I always forget to bring the book over here, Gary. You're good at reminding me sometimes. I just forgot today. All right, so it's Intelligent Talk Radio, and we want to talk to you about marketplace here in Tampa Bay. We always have these different ideas for you, things to do, things to avoid, consumer advocate content. And yesterday's show, for example, we had a retirement specialist in the show, and so each day could bring different expert contributors, what we call our expert contributors, on-air contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We want you to think of this show as the hub of your financial wheel, your business wheel, your health wheel. Each spoke extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners. Over 80 show partners, the finest folks that we vetted, we bring into the show to help you win no matter what you're facing. So Kurt Lorden is one of those experts in the mortgage space, things happening in the market. There's all these geopolitical things happening out there. You've got the election finally over. Phew. Take a breathe there.
Yeah.
But what's happening in the mortgage space?
Well, speaking of that, so the Fed spoke again. Finally, we get to talk about the Fed for a little bit, and she didn't raise the rate, which is good. She's projecting a possible rate hike in March. But one of the big things she talked about, which she kind of changed her tune, was inflation. Going up to 2%, and we saw a little bit of relief with rates, which was solid. The problem is that right now, even though the Fed's not outright buying bonds anymore, they're doing it through their reinvestments. But that's going to stop because they're eventually going to stop buying it to lower their balance sheet. And what that's going to do is create just an oversupply of mortgage bonds or mortgage-backed securities. which will then drive rates up even further. So, but like I said, Chicken Little, the sky's not falling.
That's right.
Wage growth is up. Unemployment is down. Jobs, we're increasing more jobs each and every month, which is great.
Stock market hit 20,000.
Hit 20,000. It pulled back a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Or last week, actually, too, as well.
Yeah.
So it's the marketplace is strong. Rates are going to fluctuate. They're going to go up. They're going to go down. I mean, anyone that lived through the 80s and 90s and saw where rates were, and even in the early 2000s when I started in the industry, they were 7%.
Yeah.
And there's still a strong refi market. I mean, everyone's that may be sitting at a sub-4 mortgage rate currently, you could still refinance. And the reason being is if you have a lot of consumer debt, and credit card, student loans, or whatnot, you can still refinance. Your rate may go up, but your overall monthly output will go down.
Yeah.
And that's the most important part, is be able to save that extra money. That way you can take your family down to Hotel Zamora and stay for a weekend, and or reinvest with some of our other show partners. I mean, that's the whole thing, is building wealth. And you can do that through a refinance, and you can definitely do that through a home purchase, regardless of what the rates are, because they're still tax deductible.
Yeah.
So,
and cash is king, and it's the point you made there is you want to try to have some liquidity in what you're doing. You want to be smart about it. You want to diversify in a sense of we had Scott Maurer on the show, Advanta IRA. So there's smart money. You got to find out where the smart money's going and what kind of the trends are in that space.
Exactly, and the idea is when you put together your plan, and we'll talk a little bit more in the lightning round about all that, but being able to position to where you're going to be debt free when you retire.
Yeah.
And we sometimes we get so short sighted with our goals. We're not looking at I think Scott said don't put your head in the sand, because in 30 years down the road you won't like what you see. So you've got to make sure that you're on top of it. Deal with a fiduciary. Make sure you're working with someone that doesn't have like you say commission breath, and they're only looking out for themselves.
That's right.
So we've talked about this on the show 1,000 times, making your home and your finances bubble proof. That's what I do. That's what everyone at Interlink does.
So how do you do that?
Well, I mean, so you look at everyone has an interest rate on their mortgage, and they have what's called a household interest rate, which is the aggregate amount of interest you pay out of your house.
Right.
And as long as you can lower that, save money per month, shorten your term every time you refinance, unless you just absolutely can't afford it,
right,
you'll be able to build up that equity about 125% faster. So if equity does drop, you're still ahead of the game.
Right.
What you don't want to do is treat your house like an ATM and
Right.
say, let's pull out 20,000. Let's go to Italy.
Yeah.
With the Michigan Wolverine football team. Let's do that. That sounds like a great idea. No, it's not. Well, not only because it's Michigan and I'm an Ohio State fan, but that's still not a good idea anyway. To do that, you want to use your equity wisely, not for good, not for evil.
Speaking of college football, how about those Bulls, man? The Bulls.
Oh, they had a
final
great
ranking,
recruiting.
19.
Well, yeah, and they had a great recruiting class.
Did they?
Yeah.
Fill me in. That's how much I follow.
They took I think 4 kids out of the Miami area, and 3 of them were 4-star recruits.
Nice.
And I think they pulled a kid from Texas that has ties to Charlie Strong.
Still looking for a QB or something, though?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, good thing we got Flowers one more year.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I guess some Hillsborough County high school coach ripped Taggart or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, saying he didn't really have an allegiance to any of the local high school coaches. So
interesting.
Which is fine because he's now in Oregon.
Yeah, the Oregon coach. It's crazy how things shake out.
I know.
The most recent coach, and then you had the first coach, my coach, Jim Levitt.
Oh, yeah.
Now is a defensive coordinator at Oregon. He's a Duck now.
Yeah, it's the USF of the West.
Yeah, they're still the Ducks.
They're still the Ducks.
We'll call them the Ducks. We got the Bulls. We're the Bulls here in Tampa. But well, more from Kurt. Let's go ahead. I want to bring in John in the conversation. So yeah, man, these staycations. It's such a great place, and especially with the cold weather up north, people want to come down. They want to be in paradise here.
They do. And just a little background on the Kimpton Hotel Zamora for those who don't know. It's the first hotel to be built on St. Pete Beach in the past 30 years.
Wow.
So it's a brand new product, a lot of old product out there.
Yep.
So, it's all the rooms are about 350 to 400 square feet. So they're all suite size rooms, which is great. And you usually don't find that out on the beach. But some of the other highlights, like we talked about, and Brandon, you've been out to visit a couple times and have experienced the Zamora love.
Absolutely.
We got complimentary bikes, kayaks. We have complimentary yoga every Thursday and Saturday for the guests. We have a beach set up out on the beach, too, as well. So every guest that comes to the hotel gets 2 complimentary lounge chairs to enjoy the beach. We also have a great pool. We're not on the beach, but we're on the other side of the street. So that means we have some dock space. So for you boaters out there, the day life boaters out there that want to do something on the weekends and you're boating around, come on over to the Zamora. You can dock, complimentary docks, no charge for the docks.
Yeah.
Grab a bite, go to the pool, hang out at the pool. eat a good lunch, spend the day. Really, you can spend the day.
Yeah.
You got the rooftop, you got the beach, you got the pool. So boats are welcome. So it's a great little property. It's just like he said, Kurt said, 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, not too far from Tampa.
That's right.
So perfect spot for a staycation.
Yeah.
I'm from up north myself. This is I've been here for about a year, originally from Boston. So I like St. Pete Beach to like the Cape. It's
Yeah.
about a 40-minute drive from Boston or from Tampa, so it's not too far. Great for staycations.
That's
we
right.
Got, we'll hit you up with some specials at the end of the show because I know we do have a little, for all you consumer quarterback fans out there, we do
That's
have
right.
a QB rate code that you can use, and you've been using it, but we're going to throw out a little sweeter deal at the end of the show here.
Yeah, let's definitely do that, John. And when you talk about new, you got the vaulted ceilings. I mean, there's so many pros comparing your hotel to some of the other old inventory, as you said. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.